Welcome back to Building PCs in random locations. Today, we are in an abandoned mall, or at least the closest thing I've ever seen to an abandoned mall. As far as the eye can see, not a soul in sight. And well, like almost every single shop is just like this, where if you look closely, it's a whole lot of nothing, all held behind these solid bars. RIP great malls. But we're gonna try to build a PC here, because why not? I mean, the one thing it does have is a lot of lights, and there are even plugs in the ground, which I'm hoping have power. What more could we need? Let's get building. We're gonna be building with a Ryzen 7 9850X3D, and I'm kind of excited for this build because, this is one of the fastest CPUs on the market, if not the fastest for gaming. But let's see how fast it really is. Even though the chip itself retails for around $500, I was able to get this entire bundle with 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM and a motherboard for $699.99, which honestly is a crazy deal. Man, whatever happened to malls? I mean, I'm sure there are still some malls out there that are, bumping with people, but this is not one of them. Motherboard-wise, we're going with the Asus Prime X870, ready for advanced AI PC. What does that even mean in terms of a motherboard? You could say anything's ready for AI. That tree's probably ready for AI. When I was growing up, malls were still like a really big thing. I have plenty of memories going and playing at the mall, especially ones that had like play areas specifically for kids. The one that I grew up with had a giant play area right inside of a big old food court. To be fair, there is actually a little playground in this mall as well, but it's just kind of sad, All right, we have our 32 gigs of G-Skill RAM. The last time I used this brand, the logos did not line up properly, and it did kind of drive me crazy. But if we look here, it looks like that's a bit better. The bottom of the G-Skill actually looks like it's lined up, and we do have the same amount of PCB sticking out of the top. That's fantastic for my mild case of OCD. I'll take it. But now it's time to install our 9850X3D. And honestly, it's probably the very first one of these chips ever installed in a mall. Or at least in an abandoned mall. Do you think any of these chips have ever seen a JCPenney? Here, I'll expose this one to it. Here you go, buddy, that's JCPenney. This is what life used to be before the internet. Also gonna take some time to install our storage, 2 terabytes of Crucial. Unlike our last build that we built out in the snow, this is actually a Gen 5 NVMe SSD. When it gets quiet here, it's actually kind of creepy. I actually did have a recurring nightmare as a child where I was locked inside of a mall after it closed. Towards the end of the day when the mall would close, there would be this voice over the loudspeaker that would say, "Mall closes in 15 minutes. Please head to an exit." I was like, oh my gosh, guys, we gotta go. And I would just start running to the exit. But my parents would just be chilling, like they'd just be strolling. And I was always just so worried that we would get locked in the mall after dark. Obviously, I'm sure it's not that big of an issue. They just let you out. But at the time, as a kid, I was like, I don't know. That sounds awful. I don't want to know what happens inside of a mall at nighttime. Although, hopefully we don't find out today. Okay, fantastic. Our NVMe is installed, which means it's time for our cooler. We have the Noctua NH-D15. Also, if the audio is super echoey, sorry. There's just nothing to consume the sound here. Echo! Do you hear that? Now, I will give this mall some props because even though it only has like 3 stores out of its like 200 available locations, they actually do a pretty good job of keeping it clean, and like the lights are still on. It's still like heated inside of here. I'm hoping there's still electricity in the outlets. That'd be nice too. So despite the fact that it's abandoned in terms of like the stores here, it's actually still a pretty chill place to come and like walk around. I have certainly seen people even running around the mall here for exercise because I live in a pretty cold state. And so when it gets really cold and snowy, yeah, it's basically a giant track. And one of the coolest things is that you're not really bothering anybody by being here. I'm kind of just building, people are walking around. I hope I'm not bothering anyone. If I am, we'll see if they actually pay any security guards to come kick me out, but I kind of doubt it. That also means hopefully no one tries to come and steal my computer. All right, let's figure out how to put this cooler on. Good old-fashioned paper instructions. I feel like there's this worrying trend where a lot of these components don't come with physical paper to explain how to install something, but Noctua, at least for the time being, is keeping it classic. All right, we have an AM5 set up, so we will read the AM5 instructions. The story of this mall is actually kind of sad though, because it used to be, I think this is the case for most malls, it used to be pretty bumping. It used to have a lot of foot traffic and a lot of stores inside of the mall. Over time, the physical location of where this store is located ended up being kind of a detriment to itself. It turns out people just had better options closer by, and so they stopped flocking all the way over here to go to this mall. That resulted in obviously less people spending money at the mall, and eventually led to, I'm pretty sure it's selling to like a VC company or something like that, which if you know anything about like those kind of companies and malls, or even just in general businesses, it kind of means, well, you're looking at kind of looking at the end of times. Where did that bracket go? Oh, That sounded like especially for doing what we're doing today, I have no complaints. We have a roof over our heads. It's keeping us warm. We have a couple nice tables. We have some lighting to work with. And you know what? We even have a smiley face on our CPU. Oh yeah, that's the vibe right now. Although as we get closer and closer to closing, I'm probably gonna get a little more freaked out just from, you know, my childhood. There was one time I was in a Dunham's. It's like a sporting store. I was with my dad and my brother, and I was just like looking at hockey sticks or something, thinking I was with them, turned around, nowhere to be found. I was by myself in an unknown location, no idea what to do. And like looking back, that was definitely terrifying. And I feel like something that a lot of kids go through. Like just, you know, you wander, you get lost. That's part of life. I eventually went to the front desk and they actually used the intercom or like the PA announcement to be like, hello, if this is your kid, come get him. And I was safe and sound, it was totally fine. But like it left an impact on me, you know? Okay, that cooler is nice and attached. I really do love the simplicity of installing air coolers compared to AIOs. And I've been really happy with how air coolers have been cooling my CPUs, so I'm into them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is also gonna be a little bit of a muted build in the sense that it's not gonna have a ton of RGB. Maybe we stick with one fan. I feel like a second fan's gonna like interfere with our RAM. Maybe it's fun with one. The X3D chips don't get nearly as hot as they used to, right? If it seems like it's gonna overheat, I'll add a second fan. The cable's coming out of this side, but I need it to come out over here so I can plug it in. But the space is too tight to actually push this through. All right, I'll just undo my work. I'll remove the fan. There we go. I guess based on the number of people you see in the background of this video, would you consider this an abandoned mall? Like, do you measure the abandonment of a mall based on the foot traffic or based on the number of closed stores out of the potential stores that could be in the mall? Or do you measure it based on like the decrepancy of like the surrounding area? Because like the walls are not falling apart and there is still electricity here, which is pretty nice. So does that mean it's not abandoned even though there's like 3 stores out of 200 here? Okay, we're done with that. Which means now it's time to break out our case. And I'm actually kind of excited to build in this because A, I've never built in it before, and B, it has infinity mirrors built into it, which sounds like such a cool concept. I'm super pumped. In general, I'm a big fan of Lee & Lee's, I mean, honestly, I'm a big fan of all of Lee & Lee's components now that I'm thinking about it, but particularly their cases and their AIOs. I haven't built in a Lee & Lee case that I have not enjoyed. So we'll see if this one continues that trend. All right, JCPenney, you ready to see the case reveal? Ooh. Wait, that's actually so cool. It almost looks like speakers. Like if I zoomed out and like this was actually a lot smaller, I feel like I would think of these as desktop speakers. But this is actually like a dual paneled mirror. And so you'll see in a little bit, there's this really cool like infinite mirror effect. We'll get to that. I believe we have toolless entry as well, which would be pretty nice. Oh, yep, either that or I just ripped it apart. I'm not that strong though. Now, initially I was thinking about making this like an entirely no RGB build, but then I saw this case and I feel like I wanted to build in it. So we're going with that. Our motherboard has a built-in I/O shield, gotta love it. So I think we can just plop this down just like that. It's perfect, just kidding. Almost perfect. Let's throw it down. Oh no, the screws. Where are the screws? I feel like Noctua typically includes like a big old case of screws inside of the PC. Did I miss those? I was talking and definitely forgot I opened this. That's what we're looking for. It's actually so convenient. This is all covered in carpet because I accidentally just kicked this side glass panel and it had a very nice soft landing. My parents were telling me that back in their day, malls did not have carpet. They must have just all had tile. So I remember like they were saying it was unique for these malls to have carpets, which, I mean, I grew up on malls with carpets, so to me it's normal. But I don't know, maybe that's true. All right, we'll go ahead and secure our motherboard down to our case. While we're here, we'll also remove some PCIe covers. So as a next step, we can install our GPU. I always like to delay our cable management as long as possible so I can stay happy as long as possible because I'm just really bad at cable management, man. And speaking of the GPU, we're going with the Power Color Red Devil 9070 XT. I'm personally a pretty big fan of this manufacturer because I've used their GPUs in a lot of my personal builds. And if we take a look, that's a nice beefy card, my goodness. Oh no, wait, it even comes with a GPU sag bracket? Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize they included these with cards. Maybe that's why this GPU is like $250 more than the cheapest 9070 XT that you could find. I do find it a bit crazy how wide of a spread of pricing there are for like the same actual GPU. Because this card was around $850, I believe, but you can find an ASRock one on sale right now for like high 600s, I think. And what I've learned from my past experience with buying a lot of GPUs GPUs is that I care less about the overclocking that these manufacturers do. Like this card, for example, is like overclocked out of the box. I care less about that and more about the actual cooling mechanism used to keep it, well, like in the right range of temperature. The key is without making a ton of noise. I've personally found that cards that have like a coil whine or make a ton of noise just kind of make me unhappy. Like I don't enjoy sitting next to that for multiple hours while gaming. But hey, you know, if it's cheap enough, plop on some headphones and it's fine. Let's install our GPU. Click it down just like that. Wow, this cooler almost has no clearance with this GPU too. Check it out, our fan here is like butting up to the top of this GPU cover. Luckily these are rubber, so I'm not worried about scratching it, but I guess I would be a little worried about the heat generation. Having extra room to dissipate heat is always a good thing, so we'll see if this causes any issues. Although it does make the PC look pretty cool. Okay, I've delayed as long as I possibly can. It's time to do some cable management. To power this computer, we're going with an RM850X from Corsair, so 850 watts should be enough for, you know, everything inside of here. Although I have been curious about what happens if you don't provide your GPU with enough power. Like what would happen if we tried to install like a 300 watt power supply to this GPU, which is, you know, kind of requires an 850 or more. I've been meaning to do some testing with that because my gut is that it just like would shut off at some point. Like whenever it surges and like tries to get more power than your power supply can provide, like it seems like it would just stop working at that point. But until that point, I feel like it would actually work, right? Cable time, baby. If someone could go ahead and invent a wireless power supply, that would be absolutely fantastic because I don't really enjoy this part of PC building, I'll be completely honest with you. Too many cables for me. Check it out, now we made this, how fun. Okay, let's install this in our case. First things first though, we will remove these hard drive bays because we are not using a hard drive. Even though, have you guys seen the prices of hard drives these days? Isn't that kind of absurd how that's going up as well? First GPUs, then RAM, then SSDs, now hard drives? What's next, floppy disks? Okay, time to plug everything in. All right, motherboard power installed. And we actually have 16 pins of CPU power. That'll be nice to give it some extra juice. Now, where does it make sense to slot through GPU power? That should work. 1, 2, and 3, just like that. All right, let's tidy up those cables a little bit. Oh, these cables are so squirrely though. Now plug in our header cables for USB. And just like that, I think we're ready to see if this thing even works at all. Just kidding, we do need to make sure that our case fans are plugged in. Looks like we just have 2 of those cables. I think I saw a room up top here, RGB plugged in, and then we just gotta find a fan header. All right, that should be fine. Shall we give it a test run? All right, now like I said, there are outlets inside of this mall, and I picked a location where we have one right here. And so it's time to find out if the PC that we built inside of this abandoned mall will actually function, or if it will suffer the same fate as third places, at least in America. We'll go ahead and flip our power supply on, and then as we press the power button, okay, wait, I saw RGB, but then it turned off. Maybe just a recycle is needed, you know? Will it kick itself back on? No, it will not. Okay, let's try that again. Now nothing happened. Uh-oh, why did nothing happen? That was weird that it just like spun up a little bit and then stopped. I mean, I am assuming that it's pulling like enough power from the outlet in the ground, although that could be an issue. Let me unplug some stuff. Is our PC suffering this same fate as the mall? We're gonna have to troubleshoot this before the mall closes, which is not that long from now. Okay, the PC is actually working. I have no idea what changed. I actually think maybe it just got unplugged because these outlets are super loose. Like if you breathe on them, this is gonna fall out. Like I don't even know if this is gonna stay in. Yeah, but thank goodness. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy we didn't have to stay longer inside of this mall to figure this out. Whew, bullet dodged, guys, let me tell you. But also take a look at this infinity mirror design on this case. That's so cool. On top of that, the fans actually have them like that as well. I guess you can't really see from that backside, but right here, you can see that infinity design, how it looks like it's just like going farther in the back. And hypothetically, we should be able to change the colors of everything as well. Whoa, I didn't realize there was red RGB like that in the front there. That's such an interesting design for the front of the GPU. Like it's just totally not symmetrical, but it's pretty sweet. But because that's red, I feel like we should change all the fans to be red, you know? Let's see if we can do that. And then we can do, and then we can do that. And I mean, oh my gosh. I was kind of, like my intention of this was to be like a very low frills, no RGB kind of PC, but it's just kind of turned into an all red and black PC, which, man, what a vibe. Also the fact that this is like slatted like this means that it kind of like disappears if you look at it from the right angle. That's got a creepy. Ooh. You can see the red glow in the back there. All right, enough playing around. Let's see if this computer even posts, because just because it spins to life doesn't mean we're actually gonna get a signal. So let's go ahead and turn it on with an HDMI connected. Very dusty HDMI. I wonder what I used this for last. Probably set something on fire, who knows? Now, test number 2. Will we actually get a signal? The PC does spin back to life, which is a fantastic sign. Anybody there? I guess we should make sure it didn't come unplugged, which it probably did. There we go, okay. I'll be honest, I don't really want to be in this mall any longer than I have to at this point. So I'm really hoping we get a signal, like right away. Go on, let's go, baby. That is a fantastic sign and means our computer has posted. Oh, praise be. Now we can pack up and get out of here before it closes. Before that though, now that we know the PC is actually functional, we can rate how nice it was to build this PC in this random location that was an abandoned mall. Honestly, all things considered, it was actually kind of nice. I did enjoy it quite a bit. And the fact that there's a roof over our head with electricity just at our feet makes it super chill. I think personally I found out that I don't like being in malls right before they close, and this is cutting a little too close for comfort. So that's gonna detract a few points, but overall, this was pretty chill. So let me know the next place that you think we should build a PC. Make it random, and maybe we'll build a PC there. All right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. I've been Mr. Yeester, your tech tinkerer, and I'll catch you in the next one. Oh yeah. I actually just thought of another huge pro of having an abandoned mall. We could just throw away stuff in the garbage can here. That is awesome.